Hello and welcome to ILTV's Evening Update. I'm Aaron Porras here with the latest news from Israel. In the aftermath of the Elor Azaria case, where the IDF sergeant was sentenced earlier today to 18 months in prison for manslaughter, many around the country are voicing their support or condemnation for the sentence. Azaria and his family said they thought the punishment was too tough, while those related to the Palestinian terrorist that he shot thought the sentencing was too lenient. Azaria was given 18 months in prison in addition to a year-long suspended sentencing and a demotion from sergeant to private. The Palestinian Foreign Ministry posted a statement calling the Azaria trial a complete farce. Azaria's family and supporters lamented the sentencing as a betrayal by the Jewish state. Azaria and his defense team have already made it clear that they plan to appeal the decision, while Knesset members such as Yesh Atid party leader Yair Lapid and Education Minister Naftali Bennett say the Israeli government should consider a pardon. Prime Minister Binyamin Netanyahu formally resigned yesterday from the post of Communications Minister. Regional Cooperation Minister Tzachi Hanegbi, considered a confidant of Prime Minister, will replace him. Opposition leader and Zionist Union Chairman Isaac Herzog filed a petition with the High Court of Justice last month demanding that Netanyahu be suspended from his position as Communications Minister, arguing that the current criminal investigations of Netanyahu disqualify him from holding the post. Netanyahu's resignation was officially announced in a letter to the High Court of Justice, declaring the petition redundant due to his resignation. Netanyahu regards Hanegbi as not only trustworthy, but as someone who does not pose a threat to him, and who has no independent personal agenda for the Ministry of Communications. Customs authority at the Allenby crossing between Jordan and Israel have foiled an attempt to smuggle Roman and Mamluk period coins into Israel. The smuggler was crossing back into Israel from Jordan when he was tagged for a more thorough search by the Israeli Customs Authority. After the customs officer asked the suspect, a resident of the Palestinian Authority city of Tulkarem, to empty his pockets, he noticed something heavy inside the suspect's coat. A search revealed a bag of 53 old coins, dating from 100 BCE to the 13th century CE. The suspect told officers that he had purchased the coins in Jordan, but that he wasn't an antiquities dealer. Judea and Samarian police arrested the suspect and turned him over to the Civil Authorities Archaeological Division. A police spokeswoman said the suspect was released from custody and that the case was under investigation. Ivanka Trump has asked Americans to exhibit religious tolerance in a tweet she posted last night. The daughter of the president tweeted a show of support for the Jewish community after 11 more Jewish community centers were targeted with bomb hoaxes on President's Day. Quote, "America is a nation built on the principle of religious tolerance," end quote, she wrote. "We must protect our houses of worship and religious centers. Hate crimes and threats against Jewish community centers have been on the rise. 11 JCCs were evacuated yesterday in Birmingham, Cleveland, Chicago, St. Paul, Tampa, Tulsa, Nashville, Milwaukee, Houston, and Buffalo because of bomb threats. All appeared to be hoaxes, and no one was injured. The FBI launched a hate crime investigation into JCCs last month after the centers received 60 threats. The White House responded to a reporter's query about the latest string of bomb threats called into Jewish community centers by saying, quote, "These actions are unacceptable," end quote. Security services have arrested an Arab-Israeli citizen who is planning attacks on Israeli targets on behalf of the ISIS terror group. 35-year-old Anas Haj Yahia from the central Arab-Israeli village of Taibe was arrested on January 29th in a joint operation by Israeli security services. The Shin Bet said that Yahia had pledged allegiance to the Islamic State group's leader Abu al-Baghdadi and had considered joining the group's ranks in Syria. He had been asked to carry out an attack on a bus in Tel Aviv and against IDF soldiers, but the plans were never realized according to the Shin Bet. Homemade explosive devices as well as the Islamic State's detailed guide for the jihadist were found in a search of his home. He had been in contact with foreign ISIS agents and had attempted to recruit ISIS sympathizers with the intention of establishing a terror cell in Israel. That's all for now. Stay tuned on ILTV.tv for our main daily broadcast playing after this. I'm Aaron Porras and see you next time with our morning briefing from Israel at 8 a.m. Eastern Time.